Welcome, developers, to this explainer on a really crucial workflow saving fix in Claude Code version 2.1.141. We're looking at an update today that, it might honestly seem like just a tiny detail on paper, but trust me, it represents a massive quality of life upgrade for anyone doing serious, heavy lifting work with Claude.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed your carefully tuned environment acting just a little bit inconsistently? Like you set up your rules, you kick off a massive task in the background, and suddenly it feels like that background agent is just completely ignoring everything you established in your main session. It's incredibly frustrating, right? Well, today we're going to look exactly at why that was happening and, more importantly, how this latest update completely solves it.
Okay, moving to Section 1, Meet Your Background Agents, Parallelizing Your Workflow.
Okay, let's dive into this. The incredible power of parallelizing your workflow is honestly where Claude Code really shines. It allows you to run these background tasks so you literally never have to break your focus in your main session, and it's beautifully simple to leverage these agents. If you aren't already using them, Claude Code lets you launch parallel instances to tackle heavy, long-running tasks completely out of sight. There are two really quick ways to trigger them. Step 1, you just type the /BG command, or alternatively, for the keyboard-centric developers out there, Step 2 is just double-tapping the left arrow key. It's an incredibly powerful feature for keeping your momentum going. But, until recently, this multitasking magic kind of came with a catch.
Which brings us to Section 2, the hidden permission problem, the silent saboteur in your workflow.
To truly understand the problem here, we first need to quickly ground ourselves on what we actually mean by permission modes. These are the absolutely critical settings governing exactly what Claude is allowed to do within your specific environment. We're talking about the core capabilities of your machine, right? Reading files, writing code, executing commands. These aren't just, trivial preferences. These are the firm, non-negotiable guardrails you intentionally put in place to match your specific project constraints or honestly just your personal security comfort level. They are highly sensitive, and when they go rogue, the stakes are incredibly high.
So here was the hidden gotcha. Before version 2.1141, background agents used to quietly drop your inherited permissions and just revert back to the default settings. Think of it like this. It's like giving an assistant a highly customized VIP badge to access secure areas of your project. But the second they walk into another room, in this case the background process, that badge magically gets confiscated and they're suddenly treated like a regular, unverified guest. They're operating under a completely different default set of rules than what you intentionally set up for them in the main session. It was this really subtle drop-off in context that could cause some serious headaches for your workflow. Enter Section 3, the version 2.1141 fix. Your seamless sidekick.
And this brilliantly illustrates the change, because the difference here is literally night and day. With the old behavior, the background agent would stubbornly revert to default mode, essentially getting amnesia and forgetting the rules you established. But now, version 2.1.114 completely preserves your current mode. So now, when you launch a background agent using that /BG command or the double left arrow shortcut, it perfectly picks up whatever permission context you've already established in your session. It inherits your exact setup and works entirely within those boundaries. It's so much smoother.
Which leads us right into Section 4, Why Consistency Matters. Peace of mind for power users. If you're someone who customizes permission modes for really complex projects, this update is 100% for you. With this fix, your entire session finally behaves as a coherent whole. You can parallelize those massive long-running tasks safely, knowing the guardrails you built aren't just going to vanish the moment the task goes to the background. And that directly translates to far less manual reconfiguration on your end. Because, let's be honest, as developers, surprises are the absolute last thing we ever want when executing code in the background. We want predictability, we want stability, and we want safety. And this update absolutely delivers on that front.
Finally, Section 5, Master Your Claude Workflow. Next steps at claudemaster.net.
If you want to dive deeper into the full Claude Code manual and get some plain English guidance on making the absolute most out of workflow-enhancing features just like this one, claudemaster.net is absolutely your go-to resource. But before we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this final thought. With seamless permissions now completely guaranteed across all of your background threads, what massive tasks are you going to parallelize next? It completely opens up the playbook for how efficiently and safely you can work. Thanks so much for joining me for this breakdown, and happy coding!